It's been 19 days since the assassin named Cait agreed to help Scorpion escape the bunker. Unfortunately, a majority of those 19 days were spent seeking shelter from an extreme heat wave that has only recently passed. Now that temperatures are more tolerable, 19 days later, Cait can begin scavenging the abandoned mall we discovered last episode, before kicking off her plan to save Scorpion. So here's the plan. Step 0. Equip Cait with as much protection as we can scavenge. Step 1. Secure, contain, and protect as much loot as possible, specifically deteriorating loot. The important stuff that's left outside and or unroofed. Step 2. Gather ourselves and create a new hot air balloon. One that will be used to land directly on top of the rubble that's keeping Scorpion from returning to the surface. But, here's the issues with this plan. The first issue is that Cait is a career intimate assassin with the psychopath and masochist traits, meaning she absolutely refuses to perform first aid on herself. I shouldn't have to explain why Cait being unable to admin first aid on herself is such a big problem. And the second issue is Cait needs to level up her construction score to 4 before she can attempt to create the air balloon. I believe it is currently at 3. So you could see the predicament we're in. Despite being dangerous as hell, this ruined mall, sat alone among the savannah wasteland, has everything Cait needs to save Scorpion. Cait just needs to be extremely damn careful. And, judging by her mental break, which I'm just now realizing is an absolutely horrible portent for things to come. Yeah, I don't know. Cait, listen, Cait, you gotta lock in, Cait. Cait's overall shitty attitude comes from her relatively high expectations and severe lack of over 2 weeks without recreational activity. I don't blame her for having a sad wander. It is a sort of rite of passage of our colony. Can you really consider yourself a member of Lake Mountain if your will to live hasn't been deconstructed to the quantum level? I don't think so. Anyway, you can see the problem here. We're not the only ones out here in the mall. Raiders regularly appear, looking for all the loot that we want. So let's just hope any wandering scavs steer clear of Cait. It isn't until Cait wanders into the makeshift shelter that Scorpion holed up in before she breaks out of her sad wandering. There's something about Cait's senses clearing up after finding the very shelter of the man she's trying to save that I find weirdly cinematic. This whole damn series is cinematic as hell. It plays out like a TV show or something, you know what I mean? It's a good thing she wandered into Scorpion's old hideout as... Look, I don't know why I'm trying to word it like, look bro, she got high and she felt better. Right, so now that Cait is stoned out of her mind, she can use this artificial happiness to begin gearing up. When her first day of scavenging nears its end, I realized Cait would have looked a hell of a lot better if I got a mod that allowed hair and helmets to appear together. What a lovely gal. Anyway, you're starting to get the drill. Rest, eat, scavenge, find a new gun or worthwhile piece of armor, then repeat. That all being said, there is one other thing Cait's on the lookout for, and that's for any means to access the lower or upper portion of the mall itself. If you recall, this mall should have a sort of bunker equivalent of its own. We just need to find the entrance to it, which I'll say now has been humorously in front of us all along. You see, after wandering into this sort of IKEA megastructure sat here in the heart of the mall, I spotted a collapsed escalator in the middle of it, which made me wonder of all the uncovered escalators that there may be hidden on the map itself. Sure enough, after doing a map search, we find that very escalator that Cait is able to scale. The escalator itself is, as you can see, well, it's been out here in the open all along. Now, I know Cait can't heal herself and we have to be careful and avoid contact, but look, I just had to go in there. You know how it is. If you've been sticking around with this series for long enough, then you have a general idea of the mess we're going to encounter. Be they hostiles, friendlies, zombies, shamblers, mechanoids, it doesn't matter. The upper floor of the mall is, for now, simply a war zone, actively working, shooting, and killing towards a deathly silence. We can simply observe and hopefully come out on top. While you and I were admiring the carnage, Cait has spent the rest of that day, as well as the morning of the next one, this one, scavenging and patching holes throughout various parts of the mall, thus ensuring no loot can deteriorate from exposure to the elements. I'd almost be willing to say that things are going pretty damn alright here on the Savannah Wastes Mall, except Cait's biggest problem here is apparently herself. I mean, this woman's expectations will not let up despite chain smoking like Snoop Dogg. Her attitude, I promise, will be the end of her. I'll be real. The reason Cait's expectations are so high is because she wishes to build a number of structures that are tied to our ideology, the Lake Mountain Creed. I was in the long process of making some of these structures, as well as, attempting to make the very blimp itself. We couldn't make the air balloon, but I was going to get ready to build it. Despite all that, one of the worst possible things that could have happened happens in the form of a Necronoid skipgate assault. Oh god. I'm not going to explain what Necronoid skipgate assaults are, I'll just let you see for yourself. And take comfort in knowing that during the assault, at some point, Cait reaches her next and last mental breakdown that she will ever have. It seems, despite our best efforts, Scorpion will remain trapped in the bunker.